You come in, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you.
Your name is Vibhute Shashikant Somnath.
Yes, sir.
So your name is Vibhute or Shashikant or Somnath?
It's Shashikant.
It's Shashikant. Somnath is your
Father's name.
father. And Vibhute?
It's surname.
Vibhute, kindly introduce yourself to the board. Shashikant, kindly introduce yourself to the board.
Sir, my name is Shashikant Vibhute. I'm from Solapur district of Maharashtra. I have done my graduation from College of Engineering Pune in 2010. After that, for 4 years, I have worked in Welspun Maxtel Limited. Since 2014, I am preparing for civil services. This is my 8th attempt, and this will be my 6th attempt at interview.
You were in Welspun for how long?
From 2010 to 2014.
Here I think it's a typographical error.
Yes, typographical mistake.
You have mentioned 2000 to 2000.
Yes, sir.
That time you had not even passed the 10th class.
Yes, sir.
What is this company Welspun Max Steel produces?
Sir, this plant produces sponge iron from direct reduction from iron ore from iron ores like hematite and magnetite, and using natural gas. It produces only sponge iron.
It produces sponge iron, but there is Welspun, another company which produces the ductile pipe also. Which is that?
Sir, it is parent company, and they have this separate company, Welspun Maxtel Limited, which they brought from Birlas in 2008, and they sold it in 2014 to Jindal. Now they don't own the plant.
Okay, now they have sold it to Jindals. What was your, since you are an instrumentation and instrumentation control engineer, so what was your specific task?
Sir, I was into the maintenance. I had two kinds of jobs. One was breakdown maintenance that I used to do when I was in the shifts, and during my regular job, we used to do preventive maintenance.
Preventive maintenance. What are the things to be seen in the preventive maintenance?
Sir, the most important thing about preventive maintenance is that we have to schedule it regularly, and according to the schedule, we need to follow the SOPs and do the maintenance of the machine regularly. This is the first thing. Secondly, in preventive maintenance, we need to go through that machine's functioning. If there is any need of removal, replacement, that we have to plan. Thirdly, we have to think strategically as well. Some machines are aging, and we need to have replacement of those things.
There is something called metal fatigue. What is that?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear.
Metal fatigue. FATIGUE. Metal fatigue.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of this concept.
Okay. You have appeared 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times in the interview. What are the maximum marks you scored?
Sir, maximum was 162 in my very first interview.
And after that?
Less than 145.
Any reason which you can visualize?
Sir, I think I used to feel nervous and less confident whenever I entered into the hall. And my age and then my attempts, like sometimes they brought negativity in myself. And when I faced the interview panel, I used to feel nervous. And most of the times I felt brain fade. Like I know the answer, but I'm unable to create the answer and convey it to the panel.
Okay. And instrumentation. Which are some of the big leaders in this field in the corporate sector?
Sir, the biggest company is Honeywell. Then we have ABB. Then Yokogawa, it's a Japanese company, and Emerson Limited. These 4 companies are major companies in instrumentation.
And Pricol?
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear this name.
All your speedometer are from Pricol only in scooters or in so big OEM?
Yes, sir. When I was working, we didn't use any equipment from this company.
How will you use your knowledge? Suppose you are district magistrate of a district, say Sholapur. how will you use your instrumentation knowledge, your engineering knowledge for the welfare of the people there?
Yes. So instrumentation is the application of instruments to bring the change that we need. Sir, in our urban setup, especially in urban area, we have issues with sewage management, water supply, and electricity supply. So instrumentation knowledge, especially the knowledge of PLCs and DCS, like programmable logic controllers, those can be used to bring efficiency and the transformation of sewage treatment as well as water supply in urban areas. In case of rural areas, we are adopting the uh, like decentralized approaches to water supply. For example, solar pump that we are using. So knowledge of instrumentation can be used to bring efficiency there as well. Like for example, measuring the let us say soils stage of fertility or the nutrient level. Then like for example, in we are having that technology driven agriculture. Their instrumentation can be used.
Should India develop a relation with China, or it's better it's that we should maintain a sort of a aloofness with China?
Sir, I don't think that there is need to be away from China. We should develop with China because we have more than $130 billion trade, and many of our like input materials do come from China. Be it our the goal of solar energy, the pharmaceutical industry depends on China. Rather, I do believe that India has that belief of Vasudev Kutumbakam, whereby each other can help us help in each other's development.
Are they in letter in spirit helping us?
Sir, I do feel that it is helping in a way that India's economic development has been based on the input supply from China. However, there are issues that we need to sort out.
The development of the Indian chemical industry, pharma industry, and even metal industry also has been much rapid in the last 2 years when the relations deteriorated. Whereas the entire Indian plastic industry, chemical industry was devastated when we had good relations with China. How do you explain that?
Uh, yes, sir. Because of the pandemic, the government realized the importance of Atmanirbharta.
No, Galwan was one of the basic issues, not the pandemic.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, up to Galwan and to certain extent by pandemic's disruption of supply chain, the Indian government has realized the importance of being self-sufficient. However, from China we can learn many things, in especially in our desire to achieve the $5 trillion economy.
Can you explain the relation between India and Burma? Why, though there is not a popular democratic government there, still India has not taken any punitive action against Burma?
Yes, sir. Sir, in Burma, earlier, now junta is ruling. Earlier, when the junta was ruling, they had a relationship with India in a way that they did help India in managing our northeast insurgency. Now, as well, Indian government thinks that junta will help in this regard.
You are agriculturist. What are the crops you can raise in your areas?
Sir, in our area, in food grain crops, we raise jawar in Rabi season, then arhar in kharif season. We do have horticulture as well. Solapur district is famous for pomegranate as well as grapes. And cash crop, sugarcane is one of the major crop.
Right. This year has been declared as the International Year of Millets. What is this millet? What millet is?
Millets are also called as nutri-grains, and they include majorly jawar, bajra, ragi, and they have been promoted by the government because the government feels that they will bring healthy changes in our diet.
As an agriculturist, why would you prefer millet?
The major reason is, sir, they they take less water for their growth. Secondly, they take very short time for their whole life cycle. Thirdly, sir, there are health benefits.
What is the cycle?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you properly.
What is the cycle for Jawar?
For Jawar, sir, we generally grow it after Diwali, and by February end we harvest it. So around 60 to 90 days it takes.
60 to 90 days, 3 months, right? Tell me something about Indus Valley Treaty.
So Indus Water Treaty, it was signed in 1960 between India and Pakistan, and it was helped by World Bank. According to that treaty, there are 6 rivers in Indus Valley, 3 rivers, that is Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. They are assigned to Pakistan, and remaining 3 were assigned to India. And accordingly, sir, India can use the waters of the rivers assigned to Pakistan for non-consumptive use.
No, how much?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to think on this.
Why this Indus Valley Treaty is in news?
Sir, Pakistan has objection on 2 projects that India is going through. The one is Ratle and the other is Kishan Ganga. There is a 3-step process for dispute resolution, and India thinks that Pakistan is stagnant on those fronts and using multiple dispute resolution mechanisms, and that's why India is complaining.
Who are the signatories of this treaty?
Sorry, sir.
Who signed these treaties?
Yes, sir. From Indian side, it was Honorable late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, and from Pakistan side, I think it's Ayub Khan.
General Ayub Khan.
Yes.
But you have worked in steel factory, right? Steel company. What is this TMT bar?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recollect.
You have not preferred for the police services. Is there any specific reason for that?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you.
You have not given any preference for the Indian police service. Is there any specific reason for that?
Yes, sir. Sir, it needs the height of 165 centimeters, and my height is not that much.
That much, right. Your hobby is watching old Bollywood movies. Can you name some movies which you have watched recently?
Yes, sir. So recently I watched Ek Phul Do Mali, then Barsat Ki Raat, and then Pyasa.
Yes, sir. You have no interest in the Marathi movies?
Sir, I am thinking of watching Marathi movies as well. As of now, I have focused on 60s movies. I watched many 50s movies, 50s Bollywood movies. 60s I'm watching. Then I'm planning to watch Marathi movies as well.
Can you name some Marathi actors?
Actors. Sir, one major actor like in 1970s and 80s was Nilu Phule. Then Vikram Gokhale, sir. Then Surya Kant was there. Yes, these many old actors I can recollect.
Should engineering be taught in Hindi or other regional languages?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, I do feel that engineering in regional languages, it will help us to reach to the larger masses, and it will help in propagating engineering education, and at the same time it will increase in our skilling abilities.
Which is better, ECE?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't.
Which is better instrument?
Better instrument. Sorry, sir, I couldn't understand what you.
Oh, thank you.
Shashikant, you have studied geology at some level. I have heard that Himalayas are rising. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
And why they are rising?
Sir, Himalaya is a convergence of 2 plates, and one is Eurasian plate and other is Indo-Australian plate. They are converging, like moving towards each other, and that's how Himalaya's height is increasing.
Any idea how much is rising every year?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
No problem. I give you your choice is number 2 foreign service, right? I give you
Typical example, you are a citizen of Ukraine, right? There is a problem that for last 1 year they are having war with Russia and all. The president of Ukraine asked the public, now we are almost finished, what to do? Give advice. Should we stop the war, number one? Should we surrender? Or should we continue? Or should we look for help or whatever? What should be done in this case? Now we are almost half the country is devastated. You being a citizen and a educated citizen, right? Intelligent person, what advice you will give and why?
So my advice to the president will be that we need to have dialogues and discussion with the Russia, because war in itself, there is no end to the war, or no sooner end to the war, because it will lead to losses, and through discussion and debate many wars have ended. So the best thing as a country that I would like to advise to the president will be that we should come to the negotiation table.
They've already come 2-3 times. Nothing is happening. It is 1 year now. Should we stop war sometime and have negotiation or continue? Negotiation have not helped. They have been there for a year.
Yes, sir. Still, I see hope only in negotiation. Unless we talk continuously, we need to like I would like to suggest to the president that like they can take the help of country like India or any other country or China, whereby they can bring the Ukraine and Russia to the negotiating table, and the concerns can be addressed in the meeting. And I do feel that the negotiations can be the way forward.
Okay. Now I give you another situation, international situation again. Last year, Anil Ambani was in a problem. He could not pay his debts. His elder brother and himself, they were in the court against each other. Situation came that they will arrest Anil Ambani anytime because of not paying of dues now. Mukesh, despite all this, helped him with the money. Right? Now, Pakistan and India are in a similar situation. We are brothers, no? Pakistan is almost finished, and fortunately, we are surviving. Despite terrorism, despite all the problems, all the issues, should we help Pakistan taking cue from there?
Sir, India has Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and neighborhood first policy approach. So India is ready to help Pakistan. However, here I feel that Pakistan should come forward seeking Indian help. Now they are taking help from many countries. They could have asked India. Whether India helps or not, it's a different thing. But they should ask first. And secondly, few things should be done by Pakistan so that India is convinced that it is not involving into anti-India activity.
Have you ever given donations to anybody?
Yes, sir.
To whom?
Sir, I had been to Vipassana course.
You have given donation?
Yes.
To otherwise street fellow people, poor people, have you given sometimes? Must have given sometimes?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You given donation. Did they ask for donation? Did they ask for help? You gave on your own?
Sir, they did ask, sir.
Who?
Like in Vipassana?
Vipassana is alright.
Yes.
There's a full program. But people sitting on the streets, poor people, having nothing, you feel like giving on your own without their asking. But they're dying. Here you are saying, let them ask, then only we'll give.
Sir, the relationship with these people and with Pakistan is different. The Pakistan it considers India as its eternal enemy. And the relationship with it has been fraught, and it's very low as of now. So since many months that our foreign ministers didn't meet. So I do feel that here they are involved into anti-India activity. And recently the Prime Minister of Pakistan, he publicly in UN conference, he called our Prime Minister with very bad words. So I think these things have impacted the relationship. Here India will help, India is ready to help, but I do feel that the Pakistan should give a picture that it is ready to involve for engagement with India.
Okay, last question on this only. Don't you think our giving help on our own will improve the situation, can improve the situation? even if they are not asking, even if they are doing everything bad. Won't it improve? Can it improve the situation if we give on or on? Let us give 2,000, 5,000 crore rupees something. It can improve this.
Yes, sir. Yes, I do agree with your view that it will surely improve the relationship with
Without asking.
Pakistan. Yes.
Okay. Okay. See, you are aware of the India's map, right? For northeastern states, we have to go through a passage which is only 22 kilometers wide and nothing else. Above something else, below Bangladesh, and passage on Bhutan and Bangladesh are 22 kilometers. So China is always hawking on this place to cut it off and cut off the northeast. What can we do? Give me an idea to increase this 22 kilometer to say 400 kilometers, right? So that we have easy access to northeast.
Sir, India is taking these steps to increase access, and one step is Kaladan multimodal project that India is going through Myanmar. Kaladan multimodal project. I think the India should focus on completing the project as early as possible.
What is that project?
Kaladan multimodal project.
Through Myanmar.
Through Myanmar.
So we will go to northeast through Myanmar.
Yes, sir. By seaway.
But this will be very long. This will take 5-6 days to reach there, which should take only 5-6 hours.
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to think on this.
Should we talk to Bangladesh? Give us some portion. Take out some portion. You also get benefited. We also get benefited. We increase the space. Should we do that?
Sir, we can do, sir. Like land exchange, we have already done a land border agreement whereby we exchange the enclaves. So similar discussion we can do with Bangladesh as well.
Now, you are seeing old Bollywood movies. From where this old Bollywood movies interest came? What do you get in that old Bollywood? It's black and white, old hero heroines. We have never seen them, never heard of them. What do you get in that exactly?
Sir, when I was in my school days, there were many radios and tape recorders used to play, and they all used to play Mohammad Rafi and Kishore Kumar songs. So I had that interest of watching those movies. These movies were not available earlier. Now with the advancement of YouTube, these movies are easily available now. So I wanted to go through that phase of life to see how the society was there back then. Like how the culture was, how the languages were used to spoken by the people. So I had that interest.
So you live in the past. Instead of living in the future, you live in the past.
Sir, I do watch modern movies as well. Sir, but the movies of the past, I enjoyed them, at least their music. So I wanted to know about the movies. And from the past, I want to ensure how our future can be made beautiful.
From the past, we want to make future beautiful, but remaining in the past.
No, sir, I want to be in future.
So,
Sir,
we were just discussing Ukraine war. Why it is said that truth is the first casualty in the war?
Sir, truth is hidden by the power holders, because the truth will like make people go against the authorities.
Can truth die?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you.
Can truth die?
Yes, sir, truth can die, sir.
Truth can die.
truth is truth.
Truth is truth. How can it die?
Sir, I was referring to the example of Ashwathama during our Kaurava Pandava war. That Ashwathama, whether he was elephant or whether he was the real person, the person died. His father Dronacharya died. So for him, the truth died on the day. That's what I felt.
No. You are putting yourself in trap.
Shashikant, what's the meaning of your name, Shashikant?
Sir, the meaning of the name is Moon.
Moon. Okay. You mentioned one of the activity initiative that you participated in as Zero Waste Campus Initiative. I don't know this zero waste term. I have some problem with this. Can waste be ever zero?
Sir, if we see the nature's process, nothing is waste. Everything is consumed.
So no waste is better. No? Why zero waste?
Uh, Sir, it is a modern concept. In a way that the human existence, uh, we can't have the concept of no waste. We do have waste. We are trying to reduce it to the lowest possible.
No, but zero is the lowest. Zero and no, what's the difference? No waste and zero waste is the same thing. Is zero means 1.2?
Yes.
Zero is zero. But when you say zero waste, is it ever possible that we'll reach a situation where we have a zero waste? We have less waste, I agree. Zero waste.
The zero waste is a goal that we want to achieve.
Oh, so you mean to say it's an aspirational word?
Yes.
Okay. What is waste?
Waste is something which is waste is a product which is at the end of its life with no use in the future.
So it's very utilitarian point of view. So something is lying there, okay. If it can be used, is it a waste?
No.
Are there any technologies to do that? What are different kinds of waste that you're talking about when you're saying waste?
So I'm basically talking about the urban waste, that urban or the human created
Urban
waste.
is the source. Human is always the source of waste anyway. I'm talking about the type of the content of the waste.
The one of the content is plastic, the other is solid waste, and third is sewage waste.
Okay. So what is the problem with plastic?
The main problem with plastic is polluting our like rivers, and our it is a source of water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution.
Okay, there is this plastic, bag or piece of plastic. Tell me how, if I throw it here, tell me how would be the journey, and in that journey, how would it end up polluting rivers or soil, whatever you are talking about?
So firstly, the plastic that we will disuse, it will collected by the rag picker. Then it will be taken to the processing center by the system, the vehicle, and at the processing center, it will be recycled if it is possible. If it is not recycled, it will go to the landfill.
Okay, and then how would it pollute?
When it enters into the landfill, firstly, it will not disintegrate. Then sometimes we use it for energy.
No, it has gone to the landfill, not decomposing. Next, how it has polluted anything?
Sir, it is eaten by the animals. It disintegrated into microplastic when it enters into the marine life. When the rainfall happens, the water, underground water, it gets dissolved in that water, and like water pollution and soil pollution do happen because of it.
Okay.
Next one question, please.
Sir.
Is there anything waste in the nature, in the ecosystem?
No, sir.
Everything can be used somewhere or the other. Is there anything waste
In the nature?
in the ecosystem, our ecosystem?
Sir, in the ecosystem, as far as I know, there is no waste.
Tell me one thing which is waste.
No, sir. In ecosystem, there is no waste.
No waste. Why you call it waste?
Sir, it is human created waste, and
even then it is not waste.
Sorry, sir. I need to work on this.
Okay, tell me which non-Hindi movie that you have liked the most till now?
Non-Hindi movie.
Indian, obviously. Non-Indian, Indian Hindi movie.
Sir, Marathi movies I do like.
Which movie I'm asking? One movie.
Sir, I like Ashi Hi Banwa Banvi.
Okay, why?
Sir, it's a plain comedy movie. You can watch anytime. It freshens your mind.
Okay. Any other language apart from Hindi and Marathi?
Sir, I do watch Telugu movies.
Okay. Which movie do you like?
Sir, in Telugu, I like Bomarillu movie. It was released in 2005.
And the main theme that you have been talking about, old Bollywood movie. So which movie you have liked the most till now and why?
Sir, I like Pasa movie.
Paisa.
Yes, it was 1957 Guru's directed movie. The main theme of the movie is the person, he wants to do what his mind says, but the society is not supporting his acts, and how he feels depression and frustration because of that. It revolves around that theme.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Shashikant, tell us some 4-5 main points, highlights of the budget.
Yes, the main highlight is, sir, there are saptarshis that will be guiding the budget process or the Indian economic growth till the end of 100 years of our independence. Secondly, sir, the capex budget has been increased by 33%. Now it accounts to 3.5% of the GDP. Thirdly, the focus on green energy. 35,000 crores will be spent to increase our green energy footprint. Fourthly, sir, the focus on technology. Now the government will be investing in AI improvement centers. Yes, these many I can.
What percentage of the budget of the GDP will be spent on the R&D?
Sir, it will be around 1% of the GDP.
Around. It is 0.43%. And which country spend highest on the R&D?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recollect.
It is Israel. It's more than 4%.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we'll call you in 2 minutes.
Yes, thank you, sir.